that duck laugh at me? Sounded like it. Right. I love this location. Stop laughing at me. Jeez. So I miscalculated with the sun. I thought this would have been all lit up, but I forgot that it's mountainous and the sun moves, and so this isn't going to light up with all golden light, which is a shame because you won't get the full feeling of the colour from autumn. So I miscalculated, and I think it's now too late because we're starting to go further and further into winter, so the sun's not going to get as high up as possible. So I'll be sending the drone up shortly, and yeah, we have some footage. I always love that tree up there. Don't know if you can see it. There's a small little tree right around there. I always try to get some shots of just that tree on its own because it always gets the light nicely. So I checked, and like you've seen yourself, there's no signs for no drones. It does say commercial use for photography or filming. You need a permit, but this is a hobby of mine, so should be fine. I'm making sure that there's no one around me, and I'll be flying it out onto the lake. That water looks cool. So there's a few more people here than I expected at this time in the morning, but I suppose it is, it's not as early as I expected. I know it's just sunrise, but I'm usually out here summertime at like 4 o'clock in the morning. There's no one out here. It's now 9 o'clock. It's still cold, it's still very cold. So we're going to just double check this one here before I do send the drone up here. I'm doing my due diligence. You know, I'm not going to fly above people. And the signs are updated because I've seen some COVID signs. So yeah, no swimming, no inflatables. Keep children under supervision, don't go swimming, deep water. I don't see anything about no drones. So now that doesn't mean you can just throw a drone up and fly it wherever you want. There's limitations. One of these limitations being, you know, you can't fly over people, and you can't, you know, bomber any ducks. Oh, hold on. I think I found my crap. God damn it. I wish I didn't see this. But no drones. And I'll abide by that. So this is going to be just a walking video, no aerial footage. So I'll walk around a bit further. And hopefully we'll see some colours. Now I will be doing some drones on the way back in certain areas around Wicklow. So check out that video. I don't know if it's up before this one or if it's going to be up after this one, so subscribe to the channel for notification when it does. But yeah, it's a peaceful, lovely area to go for a walk. People drive miles to come here for a walk. There's so many hikes. One of these days I'm going to have to get up on this hike and show you the views from up there. They are amazing. God damn me being responsible. Now I didn't see any drone signs in the previous section. It must be just because there's more wildlife here. So yeah, there's many kilometres of walking trails along Glendalough. I haven't really been to this part now myself personally, so that's why I'm doing this part. This was all formed by a glacier many years ago. The valley. It's kind of strange because I think the water supply comes in here from two locations. Like, as you can see, there's a stream just over here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a stream just coming here that comes from the mountains, and then at the very back there's a stream there. So they converge and fill up this whole lake, and then yet over there, that's where it goes down to the lower lake. So it's interesting how things like that would form, you know. But yeah, the glacier carved out a big chunk of ground and left a big hole in it, and the water filled it up basically. There are many trails here you can do. I think there's a trail up onto that mountain, there's one up on this mountain, and if you're unfit like me, there's still plenty of just level ground walking. You can see the cars probably over here. There's a trail that walks all the way along there, all the way down to the base, and then there's these cool old buildings, like derelict buildings. No, I wouldn't say derelict. They would be ruins. They're ruins, because derelict is like recent. Ruins would be ancient. So ancient ruins down that way. Yeah, I've never actually been to here. Not allowed in there because, well, like rocks fall and stuff like that. And trees, you can see that tree fell there as well. So interesting to come to this little location. But I'd almost say this would be a number one spot to come if you enjoy Ireland. It's so beautiful, and plan an entire day for it, you know. You could do a tour if you could, but if you can get out here yourself, even getting like a tour bus out one of the days, stay in the local hotel, and then go for a few hikes. The food is delicious because it'd be fresh from all the farmers local around. It might be a bit expensive, but I do think it's worth it. Let me know before I go off and have a heart attack for my YouTube subscribers if you would like to see me on one of the hikes. Now, some of the hikes take a few hours, so I do just highlights of them, or I do a time lapse. So let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, because I haven't actually really done much high elevation. I've been lazy when I come out here. I have a lot of editing to do today anyway, and some more drone footage to do as well. So if you do like, you know, your hobbyist photography, you can come out here and do it. Just once you don't disturb the people, you know, once you don't like ask them to move or get out of their shots or anything. There's this calming river. So this would be the river. As you can see, it's nice and clear. See straight down to the rocks, so this is like fresh water. Still wouldn't drink it now. That would not be my recommendation, but it's clear. Don't think you can see through it because there's a shine on it. Yeah, you have. It's hard to describe unless you've been here. And if you've been here, please put a comment there for other people who haven't been here, so that they can understand. Is it worth it, you know? Did you enjoy your trip here? What was it? When was it? What did you do? Which hike did you do? It's because there's so many different types. Did you enjoy it? Did you have a good day? How did you get out here? Me personally, I drove. Did you get a tour bus? Did you get a taxi out? Did you hire a driver? Did you hire a limo? Did you get a helicopter? Let me know the ways that you came out here. I'm not too worried about the drone anyway, because the lighting in this valley would be terrible. Maybe in summertime if I got a permission slip to do so. But I would need to have 100,000 subscribers. At least. So share my channel. Share this video. Get me to 100,000 subscribers. Then maybe they will let me do drone footage in summertime before people start to arrive. And then up here you see some more old ruins. Don't know, I'll see if I can get up there. I'll probably make this one long video. I'm a little out of breath today because I went rough yesterday on a shoot. Hopefully there's a behind the scenes video coming up on my other YouTube channel if you want to check that out. Let's see. Yes, we can enter this way. So, see if we can find a thumbnail to get you actually hooked onto this video and other people. And trick you into thinking it's a good channel. Ha ha ha. I love these old rocks. I just think of the effort it is to find these rocks, bring them up here and then place them on top of each other to actually make a wall. This is probably the days before wheelbarrows, and then to carve out the ground and put in steps that are still to this day being used. Okay. Just walking up here seeing the graves and I was like, but there's a path. So yeah, history. Then you also have the old round tower as well. That's here. There's lead mines and you get out of the city as well. Now granted, summertime this place will get busy with traffic. Yeah, why am I so out of breath? Maybe it's because you're unfit, man. Could be. Try not to step on people's graves here. Right. Information. This church may have been built in around the 11th century. Local Christian, the O'Tooles. It's related actually. My mother's an O'Toole. Just so you're reading it too. The building consists of a broad nave, narrow channel. Now, back in them days, they couldn't really, look at the size of that rock. It's massive. This national monument is carried by the Ministry of Arts at Gaeltacht on behalf of blah blah blah. Revision and rear deferment of the monument is severely punishable. Yeah, so basically what they're saying is this is a national treasure. Don't come in here and start putting graffiti on it. Now, I've mentioned in my other channels that I do love graffiti, but on this would be extremely tacky. So don't come in here carving your names and I love Lucy or whatever. Hold on, we might have the thumbnail. That might be the thumbnail there. Did that get you hooked? So yeah, please don't damage or graffiti these. It is punishable by law, and well, you're destroying a piece of history. although it's unknown history. But yeah, it's narrow because you're trying to lift that rock up. 11th century, you know. Although, you know, they were able to do it in Egypt, so they were kind of slacking actually, if you think about it. But yeah, it's a lovely place. Never been to this part actually. And I wouldn't say it's wheelchair accessible. No, it's not, because you have steps here. So that is one thing that's lacking. It is unfortunate that this part. Now you could get to a degree of it, but I don't think from your perspective, if you're in a wheelchair, you mightn't get to view much of it, unfortunately. But again, with my channel, this is to bring you to places that people can't get to, whether they're in a wheelchair, they're unable to travel to Ireland, or they're sick, or they're in hospital. So if you know anyone that might enjoy this who is unable to come here, please give them a link to my channel. Yeah, so I think I'm going to end the video there. Like, I might actually start heading, because the light is still good for the rest of the mountains where I can fly the drone. And today's footage was mainly for, well, today's journey was mainly for drone footage, because I've been getting back into that, which I hope you've been enjoying too, getting to see Ireland from above. So keep an eye out for that video. Now, if you've managed to make it this far and you're still with me, this means you're a true Grand Walking Tour fan. And I want to explain some things here. I'm going to Thailand, hopefully, in... Actually, do you know what? Hold on, make this a bit more personal. Give me a second. I'd make this a bit more personal so you'll actually see me now. So, as I said, that the wind's picking up. So, I'm going to Thailand for 55 days, hopefully, if the restrictions allow. The reason I'm going over there for that long is I'm trying to get into my photography, and I want to be over there, and I don't like flying, and I don't want to go over for just a week or 2 or 3. So I want to go over for a while at least. So I'm going to try get as much footage as I can of Ireland to kind of cover my trip. I may need to space it out, so it could be every day, it could be every second day. Next week, whenever it catches up, because I have videos planned until the 1st of December now, but it's actually the 21st of November, so yeah, it gets weird. I'm going to do a walking tour like this, so I'm actually you're going to see my face, unfortunately, for a lot longer. I will like to hear feedback on that video, whether it's the type of video that you want to see. It's going to be like more of a food tour around Dún Laoghaire, if the weather's good, hopefully. And I'm going to have some pints as well, so I won't be driving, I'll be taking the bus, so, you know, being a responsible adult. So yeah, I'd like to hear the feedback on that. Yeah, so I'll close it out there now, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you, have a good day.